morning.
Morning, Rob.
Morning. Morning. Do you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it's good. Chill.
I know you did. You playing Battlefront all weekend, weren't we? Yeah, so on Friday we dropped patch 1.1 for hexceed. It seems to have gone down well, so Lee's been telling me.
Yeah, a lot of good updates. A lot of good feedback from the changes that I made. Or that Rob made, to be more precise. But
That's good. That's good. There was a minor hiccup on Friday when
Yeah.
we dropped the update. Basically, people couldn't play the game after playing one level, but we quickly we quickly fixed that, thankfully. But yeah, we've just done sprint planning for this week. The main plan is I'm going to be getting ready another update for hexceed version 1.2. It's going to be smaller in scale, but there's a lot of suggestions and feedback that we've been getting that we just want to get in the game. So things like people want more controls, like things like keyboard controls and stuff like that. People want to like double click on a hex to reveal everything around that hex and stuff. Yeah, and some bug fixes as well that still need to go in. Yeah, that'll be my week. What are you doing, Lee?
yeah. So, also YouTube video day. That'll be cut and dry, same as every other week. Shocker, I know. But for the rest of the week, it's going to be making a start on the next Colour Pixels DLC. Finally back on some Colour Pixels work. Don't worry, it hasn't been forgotten about. And after the Patreon poll, looks like we're doing a time travel book. I mean, just going to be finding the assets for that, sourcing some images for it, just trying to figure out what exactly is going in the time travel book. Because at the minute we haven't got all 20 ideas. So, but making the big start on that to get the store page ready and get the DLC started really for the end of the week.
Just try and sit in the box. Oh, that's you. Okay, so it is the afternoon now. I've mainly spent most of the day working on suggestions and feedback from Friday's update that we dropped, version 1.1 for hexceed. Mainly the issues have been to do with hardcore mode. So there's this new option that we've got in the settings menu here. When you complete a level in hardcore mode, a little flame icon should be able to, well, if you click the flame here, a little flame icon should appear on the level, but it hasn't been happening 100% of the time for people. And I think the reason for that is the way that the save files work for each level. So the way the save files work, if you start playing a level, it will make a save file for that level. Even if you just click on a random level, just like that, made no progress, back out, there'll now be a save file for that level. And I think the problem is that people have done that for a couple of levels, and it saved a save file with hardcore mode off for them. Yeah, so I've just quickly changed the way how it works. We don't have hardcore mode on at the moment. So if you revert all of your progress back to the beginning, back out of the level, and then start again, this will actually create a whole new save file for you. So you can start a hardcore mode run like this. So if I go ahead and turn this on, and then quickly complete the level. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm positive it works. Anyway. The other problem was, which I just accidentally showed you there, if you were playing a large level, the when you failed, the animation would take forever, because it basically, for every tile that it highlights red, it would wait a fraction of a second before doing the next one. And now I've just simplified that, so the whole process, no matter what size of the level, takes at the maximum 5 seconds. So if I fail again here, from start to finish, that should take at maximum 5 seconds. It can go shorter, but when you get to large levels, like this one, you can see how that can be very useful. Yeah, other than that, there's some small bug fixes. We've got Unity Analytics reporting some errors, which I've fixed. Thankfully, they weren't affecting any ones like game performance or anything like that. They're just more internal errors that we can clean up. So just the game runs a bit more smoothly. But yeah, just busy day doing that sort of stuff, really.
Morning, Rob.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good, yeah. That's a weird start to the video, Rob.
What are you doing?
Tuesday, right? Just had a stand up, and for me, moving on to the Colour Pixels DLC. I think we said yesterday is the time travel one. But at this point, it's really early stages, so it's just like planning it out, finding the first few images that we're going to be putting in, mainly getting stuff ready for the store page announcement that's coming out on Friday. need to get enough done for that by the end of the week.
Yeah, sourcing assets is always a nightmare. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be alright. What are you, Rob? What's your day gonna be?
Yeah, so yesterday I managed to finish off most of the bug fixes that we picked up on. So today I'm actually going to start working on some more suggestions that people have been asking for, mainly to do with like how the game controls. So people want to be able to pan with the keyboard, pan around levels of the keyboard, and they also want to be able to like double click on a hex that's already discovered. So if it's like a 2 and there's 2 bombs cleared like next to it, people want to be able to double click on that and then to automatically uncover the rest. If that makes sense. I'll show you later.
I've spent most of the day just trying to source images, trying to find images that we could use for different time periods that are in the DLC. So the idea is each picture will be a different era, ranging from prehistoric, possibly up to future. So what I'm working on now is a picture on the 1950s. So there's a nice collection of posters for the 1950s sort of style. They work quite nicely. Problem is they're not exactly pixel art. So what we're doing at the minute is I've scaled them down. But obviously, you've lost quite a lot of the image in the actual scale down. I've made the background, I've made that image a bit opaque, just so I can then trace over it with a new layer. That's what I've started at the bottom here. It's a bit time consuming, a bit slow, but hopefully be worth it in the end because he's quite good at little posters.
Hoping it was record the long screen last time. Yeah, so I've been making a little bit more progress. Just been updating the control screen with the extra things that we're adding. So the chord is now middle mouse here, only on completed tiles. And I've added some more panning controls. So you can also pan around with middle mouse now. Not that I can show you that in a video. But you can also do it with a keyboard as well. So the arrow keys and W, X and D, and that works in level as well. Might be a bit slow, might speed that up before I drop the update, but I'm sure people will want a slider to control that anywhere. And the other thing I've added is the game now remembers where which world you're on when you quit the game. So if I load up this world, I close the game, reopen it, it'll be on that world again, which is great. Just a very quick and easy thing to add, but why not if we can. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have a quick catch-up call with Lee now, and then head off.
Yeah, so I'm about to call it a day. It's nearly 20 to 6. So you had a pretty good day? What? Anyway, as I was saying, it's been a pretty good day in terms of getting stuff done. Made a decent bit of progress on the DLC for one day's worth of work. I found about 13 different images out of the 20. And I've gotten on to just putting one in the, well, not in the game, but getting one ready for the game. So this is the original image for the 1950s era. And I've gone ahead and pixelated it. Did take quite a while. I just saw I was having to trace over it. I'm quite happy with the result. It's all come out quite well. And yeah, it's quite a large one as well, 170 by 228. Obviously, you might get a bit of edits after it's gone in game, just to make sure it's suitable. But yeah, that's my work done for today. Yeah, it's Thursday. Both me and Rob decided to take the day off yesterday. I think Rob already mentioned it, but I decided I'll have the day off as well. Claim some of my hours back. It's now 20 to 1. I've just started work. I had a bit of a half day as well, so take it easy before I get back in. But yeah, just thought I'll crack on with what I was finishing up on Tuesday. So yeah, it's getting on a bit. Just got to 4 o'clock. I'm making some decent progress. So I realised obviously it's announcement day for the time travel book tomorrow. So priority day is getting the actual store page done. So I'm waiting on getting all the things corresponding with that ready. So as you see here, I've got the store page asset ready. Took a bit of playing around. Did message Rob once or twice just to get the colours, because again I'm colourblind, so just double check that look alright. I did try a couple of different images first. So the plane was the first one I went to, then like the ancient Egypt sort of the statue. But they were both too dark and they couldn't get like a corresponding colour scheme for the text. So we'll start with a blimp. Hopefully people can recognise it as a blimp by itself there. What do you want? Good boy. Oh. And other than that, pretty much store page is ready to go apart from the description and the images. So I've gotten 5 images ready so far. They're all in game. And yeah, they've all been partially tested, so they're kind of the work alright for the first pass, which isn't necessary for the time being because you just need to get screenshots. But yeah, 5 images in game, store page pretty much ready to go, and that's my main goal for the rest of the day. Just make sure to get the store page sent off for approval. It'll be a bit tight to get it approved for tomorrow, but if it does, that'd be great because we've got all the announcements coming out tomorrow as well. At least the plan is to announce them tomorrow. So yeah, it's just past 5 o'clock. I've just got the store page sent off for review. Got the screenshots ready. There's one in there. Well, that's what I took a screenshot of. And yeah, again, that was the main goal for today, so I'm going to call it there for today. The mixes have been pretty chill, haven't you?
Lee, it's Friday.
It's Friday. You're back.
You're tired? Yeah, I'm back. What are you doing today?
We just had our stand up, and there's a couple of little tasks. Obviously, YouTube videos going out in a bit that we got done. That's my small task. There's quite a bit of testing for hexceed that I want to prioritise because I want to get up to out another patch out for that. So get the QA test done as priority. And then there's 2 other tasks to get on with. So obviously, colouring pixels. You saw I got the store page out yesterday. There's still quite a lot of work to do on the DLC book. But also thinking about possibly doing the merch page on the website. Just to get that ready so we can start testing it as well before we make it live. So you'll see how I feel, see which one of those tasks I start going on to later on in the day.
Yeah, which one do you think would be more Friday afternoon worthy? But yeah, as you were saying, I'm hoping to update hexceed today, version 1.2. There is quite a few things that I've done earlier in the week. It's a bit big-headed, isn't it?
Hold on.
It's not as big as the previous update, but there's a lot of feedback that people have given us that we're acting on.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's today I'll be adding 1 or 2 more things for that, and there's a bug that people found to do with Alt F4, which is awful. Don't do that. Don't press those buttons with hexceed open, please.
Okay, so this morning I've just been adding a couple of last minute suggestions for this week's patch. So the first thing was people have been wanting improvements for this last commendation, the completed in one session one. But we didn't really give it the time of day for last week's update. We just missed it off because we knew there were a few bugs and we didn't have time to fix them really. That's basically it. So managed to make time for them this week. So there were a few bugs that needed fixing for this. It basically involved how the commendation was being saved, really like managed. So before it was basically saying, as soon as you click on a world for the first time, it would register, okay, this is you starting the world, and then you need to complete that world all in one session, and then once you've got to the last one, then it would basically flag it saying okay, you completed this in one session. But unfortunately that means that if you failed, so if you close the game, reopen it and start continuing the world again, you can never get that commendation ever again, which kind of sucks. So what I've done is I've changed the way it's saved, so now it works in a very similar way to the other commendation. So it tracks on a level by level basis which ones you've completed. So for this one, if I just click on this little button here, it shows a little tick for the level that I've completed, and then if I close the game and reopen it, that tick shouldn't be there, and that's because this is a different session. I haven't completed it in one session, so the progress is wiped. And yeah, that's just how it works really. Another couple of bugs I've been fixing, mainly to do with Alt F4ing in hardcore mode. If you made a mistake in hardcore mode, instead of losing all your progress, you could just quickly quit the game and then load it back up, and you'd be not start from the beginning. So yeah, I've just been doing that. So yeah, I think it's pretty much good to go. I've just been typing up the patch notes. So we're done surprisingly a lot actually. We weren't supposed to do this much this week again, but even with me being off for a couple of days. One thing that we both noticed is with the new coding feature that we've added, turns out we're just not using the highlight function at all because it's basically the same thing. Yeah, so when I middle click on a hex, everything that hex cares about gets indented, which is essentially the same as the highlight. Only if when you release, if it can, it'll pop the ones if needed. So it's basically just like a highlight but better. So what we're gonna quickly try and do, hopefully get it into this patch, we're going to try and make it so if you middle mouse click on a hex, if it can't pop anything extra from that click, then nothing will happen at all. So then it'll encourage people to still use the highlighter instead of that, and hopefully that'll fix that problem.
Yeah, so getting on a bit. It's just past 4 o'clock. I thought I'd drop a little update what I'm doing. I spent pretty much all the day doing a lot of hexceed testing because the update's just gone out. So I was doing all the QA testing for that. And then for the rest of the day, I've been literally doing merch stuff, setting up the web page, bit of text at the top, bit of information on how it supports us and how long it'll take to get the products. As well as that, I've made some new items as well. So you see, I've got the hoodie, further down a beanie, another sticker, bit of a joke from the Discord. Obviously going to add more when take stuff out. The new stuff will need testing, so we'll need to make an order probably just to double check the quality's up to standard for us. And again, we need to double check the actual process of the website. So the website isn't live at the minute. In terms of this page isn't live, sorry. Because we want to make sure the process makes sense and fully works, to be honest. So we'll be testing it ourselves, order some goods from our website, just make sure it works, and then hopefully from that we'll make it live. Rob's going to be looking over it, so he might see some changes before it's actually live, so it might look a bit different by the time it comes down to you guys being able to access this. But yeah, it's looking good, and hopefully we'll get this out soon.
Lee, it's almost the weekend.
It is. End of the week.
We've just released hexceed's 1.2 patch.
Yep.
There hasn't been a disaster yet.
No,
so
nothing's come through, and it's been
not like last week.
It's been alright. Touch wood.
But yeah, that's mainly been my week, hasn't it? Sorting that out, getting as
Yeah.
many suggestions and feedback points in as we can. It was a smaller one this week, but
Yeah.
I think I needed to recharge, definitely.
Yeah, but you say it was small. It was a small patch, but it was a lot of big changes though. So it's
Yeah.
a lot of quality life stuff in there, which is good. It's always good.
Hopefully people will like it.
Recently, it's been so a lot of Golden Pixels. Obviously, got the store page sent off. The plan was to announce it today, but the store page hasn't come back yet. So hopefully, we'll get Steam's approval over the weekend, and then we can just push out on Monday with announcements. A bit out of schedule, but I'm sure it'll still be fine. Still a lot of work to do on the actual DLC book, but it's fine. I've got plenty of time for that. And other than that, just been an ad hoc sort of making the merch page today on the website. It's been a bit of fun making some new merch items as well, just to flesh it out, give more options. But yeah, it's been a pretty alright week. A bit stress free. Nice change.
Yeah, try to be anyway. My mugs still haven't arrived though. It's the whole point in us getting like a merch store and stuff. I just wanted some mugs. They still haven't arrived. Do we have anything to push? We do? When's this video coming out?
It'll be a week before the time travel DLC, so check out the store page. It should be reviewed by then. So check out the hopefully check out the time travel store page. And then to wish list if you want to get the next Golden Pixels DLC.
But yeah, Battlefront.
Battlefront.
Battlefront.